Welcome to section 9 of our C programming course. In this section, we will completely deal with the concept of strings. And in this video, we will understand what is a string in C programming language. So let's get started with the definition of string first. A string is an one-dimensional array of characters terminated by a null character. So whenever we define a string in our program, that string is considered as one-dimensional array of characters. And it also states that, the definition also states that, that array of characters is always terminated by a null character. So how that is going to happen? So this way, we may not be able to completely understand the concept of strings. So what we will do is, we will understand this concept by using these two lines of code. So before understanding these two lines of code, this video is a part of entire C programming course, and our channel is a dedicated channel for computer science and engineering courses. All the courses related to computer science and engineering are available for free on our channel. The link for those courses is provided in the description. Click on the link and get access to all the courses. And please subscribe to our channel. Your subscription helps us a lot in creating content like this. And please like this video and share this video with your friends, so that will be very helpful for us to create more content like this. So let's get started with our example. So this first line of code is a very simple character definition. So far, we have discussed more about the concepts of integers and floating point values, but we haven't discussed we haven't discussed about the concept of characters. In the early videos of this course, we have discussed these kind of definitions. So we'll go deep into the concept of characters first. After that, we will understand the concept of string. So this line of code is defining a character, and the name of the character is C. This character variable is C, and the data type is char, as you know that. And I have declared, I have assigned a value of uppercase A, and while assigning the character, we have to use the single quotes. We have already discussed about this, right? Now the question is, what happens on the memory? Whenever this line of code gets executed, what happens on the memory? So do this complete character will get stored on the memory? No, that will never happen, because the computer always understands zeros and ones. Now, how we are going to interpret this character? So how we are going to interpret this is, the computer always uses ASCII code, a unique code for each and every character. So try to understand that. So that unique code is what we call it as ASCII code. We haven't discussed about this ASCII code so far. Later in this section, we are going to discuss. We will have a small video on this, what is these ASCII codes, and how those ASCII codes can be represented. So that we will try to understand in our later coming videos. So let's consider that. So the ASCII code for character A is decimal 65. So try to understand that. So the decimal value 65 is the ASCII code for character A. Now what happens on the memory is, whenever this is getting assigned, the binary equivalent of 65 will get stored on the memory. So for example, if you consider our memory diagram, so the C, let's assume that the compiler has allocated 104 memory location for C, character C. Now what happens is, the binary equivalent of 65 will get stored on the memory. So this is how the characters will get stored. Now, how many bytes of memory will get allocated for character? So the second question is, how many bytes of memory? For example, if you take an integer, 4 bytes of memory, usually 4 bytes of memory, it is implementation dependable. Now, the characters will assign. So whenever we declare a character, we are going to occupy 1 byte of space. One single block of memory will get allocated for each character. Okay, so this is how the character has been allocated. So this is how the characters will get created on the memory. So the second line of code is all about the string. Now here what I have done is, in this declaration, I have declared the name of the string as str, and I have declared it as an array, str brackets. So why I have done that? As the definition states that, a string is a one-dimensional array of characters. So what is the data type? Char. So we are using, there is no separate data type for string in C programming language. For example, if you take Java or Python programming languages, there is a separate data type for strings. But in C programming language, we use the data type char, but we declare the name of that variable as an array. And how do we assign the values into these arrays? We will provide the value of the string in double quotes. So whenever we provide the value of a string, which is a sequence of characters in double quotes, so now the compiler will consider this declaration as a string. So whenever we assign the values to a character, we use single quotes. Whenever we assign value into the string, we use double quotes. So here single quotes is used for character, and here double quotes is used for string. Try to understand the differentiation. So this is very important part of the program. So this video. Okay. So it is declared as an array, and the sequence of characters are embedded within these double quotes. Okay. So the second question is how the strings will get created on the memory. So as we have discussed that it is an array of characters. How many characters are there in this hello? So there are 5 characters. Now what happens on the memory is an array of 6 characters will get created. An array of 6 spaces will get created. For example, if you see this diagram, so this is an array, and here we are creating an array of size 6. See here, how many spaces are there? 6 spaces are there. What is that extra space is used for? So that extra space is the space which will be automatically done by the compiler. In that extra space, at the end of the array, it is going to store a null character. So try to understand that. HELLO. 5 spaces has been allocated. 5 spaces of an array has been used, and in the 6th space, which is an extra space, in that extra space, a null character will be assigned, and it is automatically done by the compiler. We are not assigning the size of the array, even though we haven't assigned it as 6. It is taking a space of a memory space of 6 spaces, because it is that extra space is used for null character. Why so? Why so is, for example, if you want to access this entire str, how it will get printed? It has to print all the characters, right, as a one sequence. Now, in order for the compiler to understand that where this string is getting terminated, what is the end point of this string, to understand that whenever we assign a value into the string, this null character is used. So it is going to extract all these values of the array in sequence. Whenever it identifies a null character, the compiler will understand that this is the end of the string. For that, this extra space is used. Okay, so try to understand this. So why, if you go back to the definition again, I'll read out this and try to understand. You can get the complete clarity on this definition. A string is a one-dimensional array of characters. Here, it is a one-dimensional array of characters terminated by a null string. So this is how the strings will get terminated. It is terminated by a null string. The null string will let the compiler understand that this is the end of the string. And what happens? How this one will get will get stored on the memory? So the visualization is, this is how. Let's assume that 108 is the starting memory location for this str. So it is an array name, means it is mnemonic. So we'll go back there in our later classes. So here it starts from 108, and how many spaces will get allocated? 6 spaces will get allocated. Each character is going to store in one block of memory, which is 1 byte of memory. So H is getting stored in 1 block of memory, E is getting stored in 1 block of memory in the second block, HELLO, and the last block of memory is stored with null character. So this is how the things will get stored on the memory for strings. Okay, so this is just an introduction to the concept of string. We will discuss more about the concepts of string in our later coming classes. So that's it for this video. In the next class, we will be discussing how to input and output the strings in C programming language in a very detailed way. So that's it for this video. See you in the next class.